And we are live. Hey, everybody, man. Welcome to the live show, the Big Nasty and Chanko, the Chanko and Big Nasty's live show. How you doing, buddy?
Nice. Doing well. I think I still have the remnants of my cough, but it's basically cleared out.
Yeah.
If I cough a couple times, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa.
Yeah, I got my my little hard candies. Like I am an old fart, but I got my hard candies. That helps keep me from coughing and hacking and stuff sometimes, as long as I have something in there.
I have a beer.
Well, that works too, man. That will definitely work too. But yeah, we got another good guest this week, man. You want to tell everybody who we have?
Yeah, we got YeeZeeYee from if you're not familiar, we know the great and powerful Brian McClay on Beyond Wednesdays, but YeeZeeYee Beyond Wednesdays, House of Stein, and Nearing Nirvana, ubiquitous across YouTube, YeeZeeYee, and I think a little bit about some music today too.
All right, well, let's bring him out.
Hey,
there's the man.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Thanks for doing it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Well, should we start out with the story of how Lee met Chanko?
Well, we're gonna. I think we're gonna talk to the chat really quickly first.
Yeah,
and then it'll be a good one.
Yeah. That's a good. I think that's a good opening story.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cam Union first as always.
Hey, Cam.
Union, buddy.
He was here hours ago.
Yeah, he was, man. Chanko's in here. I don't know what. Second floor?
Hey.
Second floor. You're saying hi to Chanko, but not to me. I don't get that. It's all right. Got Jeff Jack. Yeah, you definitely charismatic, one of a kind.
Omnipotence. I don't.
Omnipotence. Yeah.
I mean, you need to like write my taglines from now on.
Rephrase that. What is
omnipotence?
Yeah.
Omnipotence, all powerful. Yeah.
Oh, all powerful. Okay, that makes more sense. See, I'm a friggin' backwoods Midwesterner, man. So
it's been forever since I took the SAT. So
yeah, I was gonna say, man.
It's the SAT word.
There's Mark. Hey, someone's finally saying hi to me first. Look at there. That's about time. Yeah.
Go, Mark.
Yeah, Mark. And a great and powerful Stevie D.
One of the best, Stevie D.
Best. I got your package today, buddy. I've got 2 different AOKs. I'm going to be opening up probably tomorrow, so I can make a video out of them and stuff. First of the year type of thing. So that's always good. Lau.
Hey, Lau.
Good Lau. And the great and powerful Jason.
Yo, Jason.
Ooh, Joy Division. Yep.
And Coach, I'm glad to see you here, buddy, man.
Always good to see Coach.
Always good. I'm glad to have Coach around. And this guy too, man, Derek.
Oh, I know Derek.
Yeah. Derek, heck of a guy, good heck of a wrench too, man.
Oh, yeah.
But he does work on the Beyond Wednesday show too. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, you mentioned like maybe it might be easiest to talk about how you and I met like in person.
Right. Yeah. It was just random. Yeah, it was random by chance. We were both at C2E2 submitting books for on-site grading. And then my favorite thing to do at any convention, this is even before I was on YouTube, is talk to the people in line. It just makes the time pass by so much faster. And then I turned around and I don't even remember what we were talking. I think we were talking about like what books we were submitting, and then we started going down the rabbit hole of like, oh, I do content on YouTube, and then it's like,
yeah, because I'd always watch Beyond Wednesdays, and I guess I had probably only had a channel for a few months at that point, but I had spoken to Brian just about channel stuff and really nice, and when we talked, I mentioned, yeah, talk to Brian, once in a while. So, and then I realized that I knew you from Beyond Wednesdays, or I'd seen you. So yeah, it was just total happenstance. We were just in the line, both submitting books. Which, by the way, it was cool to submit at the thing and get them back right away. But that line was hellish. That took forever.
Right. I mean, and then I don't know about you, but my books weren't ready until like Sunday, I think.
I think I got mine Sunday, but it was like first thing in the morning. I think I had them Sunday.
Right. I mean, because like they notify you through email or something like that. I mean, like, which was fine because I was there until Monday anyway. So to me, it didn't matter. Because even if you don't pick it up from the convention, CGC will just mail it to you. Yeah. But I don't remember if they charge it or if they just like eat the cost. Like I think they might eat the cost just because like the expectation was to have it by the end of the weekend, and then like things happen. Because I know they had like when they started doing that at like other conventions, they started having problems like Emerald City Comic Con like a long time ago. But it seems like they've nailed down their process wherever they set up to grade comics on site. So
yeah, but I thought I was really happy with it. I mean, to be able to had a couple things that got reholdered, and then some things freshly graded. Got one thing I put into a pedigree, got put into a gold label slab, and yeah, it was kind of fun.
I hit a 9.9.
Yeah, I got one too. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, which book did you get a 9.9 on?
The Theory of Magic, the J. Scott Campbell cover.
Very cool.
Yeah. So at the time, I think there was it was either like 1 or 2 9.9s on the census. And so like I was either the second or third. But then I looked at it again recently and I think it's like 5 now. And then but I mean, it's still a book that has like less than 20 graded or something like that. Right. Yeah. So I mean, it was like a random like Kickstarter book on like an issue 7. But I mean, like it was just something that make like Red Hood jealous, to be completely honest, because he's such a huge like JSC fan.
So. Yeah, mine was the first of the Hush 2, and it was like a I think it was like a Delato wraparound, like variant
nice.
And stuff. And I sold it right away, and somebody paid like a couple $100 for it, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I submitted some books from PSA, so I should have. I missed the delivery yesterday, so they're delivering on Monday. So,
have you got anything from them yet?
This is actually my first submission, and I messed up my form, so it took a little bit longer. Like it extended it like an extra like maybe like 20-30 days or something like that, the business days. So
I was disappointed. I know. I felt like they were unusually harsh on a couple of things, and it took a long time.
See, I had the opposite experience, that I felt they graded a bit easy, because I already looked at my grades, and I'll go ahead and spoil it, but I had 3 10s.
Wow.
Right. Wow. And I only submitted 16 books as well. But
oh my god.
I mean, I feel like I've used like all of the grading companies at this point, and then every time I've tried out, like my first grading company to use was actually CBCS, because they're located in Texas and out of Dallas. Well, and then so my first submission to them, I actually hit a 9.9. So I was like, and then I started grading with CGC because of like just like what the market was dictating. Like any book I was planning on keeping anyways, I kind of just used CBCS because it was just like cheaper, just to grade and then encapsulate and kind of like set the grade and then kind of forget about it. And if ever there was a time I did need to sell it, then I could still like somewhat get like close to market value or the same value. So just depends.
I mean, so we normally start with kind of the same question to all of our guests, and it's just a couple of questions. But how did you first get into comics, and what made you start comic book YouTube?
Okay, so when I first got into comics, it was just elementary school. It was just like got me interested in reading, and just running wild with my imagination. I actually do remember the first comic books I bought were because I was watching Batman Adventures in the 90s. So I grew up on that in that time period. And I remember like going to a mall and there was a comic book store and then they had a Batman Adventures #1, and I was like, oh, I have to have that book because I love this cartoon and all that. So I remember like buying apples from the grocery store and then like selling them in my front yard or whatever, just to like raise up enough money. Yeah. So I mean, I guess I started young flipping. So yeah. And then, growing up, I kind of faded out of like getting into comics like by the time high school hit. But then by the time I was getting into college, MCU stuff was like starting to gear up. Because I mean, I graduated in '04, so by that time, like Blade has already been out. That's like already taking the steps into the mainstream. And then by the time I was like finishing out in college or figuring out what I was majoring in college, like MCU is really starting during that time period. So all my friends would like watch that. We would watch, stay to the end. What we were getting into Dark Knight, like all those different movies into that. And then my brother, while I was still in college, he's like, hey, have you tried reading these graphic novels? And then that's what really got me back into comics, was like reading the all-time classics like Killing Joke, V for Vendetta, collecting like, because I was collecting action figures throughout this. Like Star Wars has always been like a staple of my collecting and all that. But I guess like before that, it's like really getting into the music scene. But we'll get more into that later. And yeah, so just like learning about like getting back into floppy comics, that was an interesting thing too, because I started looking through my childhood home, looking for like my old comics. I found some old comic books from my collection, and then I had heard that Stan Lee was coming to a convention in Houston called Comic Palooza.
Cool.
It's a fun comic convention. I wouldn't recommend people to travel out of town to go to it, like unless there's a certain celebrity that you're trying to meet, certain artists. Like they don't get a ton of artists, like even though like Houston has like a pretty like since it's such a big city, there's like artists everywhere. So it's just like kind of interesting like who they get to come to these conventions, and it's usually like one really big guest and then like a handful of like unknown artists, and then maybe like one artist that you know about but they didn't really advertise.
Right.
So it's kind of a weird situation like that.
So did you meet Stan Lee then, or?
Yeah, so I did get a Stan Lee signature book.
Very cool.
And then it was on a Marvel Tales, the silver border reprint of X-Men 1.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Did you keep it?
I still have it in my collection. Yes. So,
very cool.
So it still has that the COA with the sticker that matches like the number and all that. Yeah. So
yeah.
And then that's when I because I was asking my friend, I was like, what is this CGC grading? He's like, oh, you don't need to do that. It's it's something that encapsulates books. Like, people aren't only doing this like if it's like a big book. And then you could see people in line with like X-Men 1s, Avenger 1s, like FF 1s, like all kinds of crazy books. Like this guy literally had like all those Silver Age keys in a briefcase, like handcuffed to his like wrist. like I was like,
that's wild.
Yeah. I mean, and the prices of those books aren't even what the prices are now. Like post COVID and all that. So yeah. So I mean, it was still serious money, don't get me wrong, but it's not quite the figures that like, especially in the high grade condition that guy's collection was in. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so how did you get started in comic book YouTube, and how did you meet up with Brian and the Beyond Wednesdays crew?
So I guess I was always kind of like part of the community through like Facebook, like just like looking at like by being on different groups and stuff like that. I would see the hot 10 list because I think one of the Houston groups would repost it every week just so you would know like what the hot 10 books were that were selling for that week. And then, you know, that which led me down to like finding what the CBSI website was, all that. One group one retailer I was buying from a lot on YouTube or Facebook Live, which was one of the first live retailers, was actually Bird City, Bird City Comics. And then so I was able to buy a lot of books from them, like that, you know, their audience was like kind of like overlooking, that were kind of like weird variants, ratio variants, you know, things like that. So I was buying that kind of stuff from them because it was like, you know, they would just have it priced at like like something you would not expect, like where it was like kind of like, oh, I need this for $5-10 instead of $20 to $50. So just depending on what it was. So I was like, okay. And then they started announcing that they were going to be on comic book YouTube shows. So they started showing up on the Hot 10, which was on Flipside at the time.
Right.
Like Tales from the Flipside. And then so I started watching a lot of those different YouTube channels. And I was like, kind of like, oh, this is really cool. And then one show I was really watching a lot because was It's Drunken Chat. So It's Drunken Chat with Mighty Mel V, because he was a part of the original Hot 10 crew at this time period. And then so I started watching his show, and he had a open mic invite, which is
cool.
like, hey, anyone in the chat, like, do you want to jump on to a YouTube channel? This is your chance. Like, just have, you know, like a computer, a camera, like microphone or headphones or something. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I was like, I have that simple setup. Like why not? Like, I was like, conventions are starting to cancel. Like, I'm not going to be able to like talk to people about comic books anywhere else. Like, this should be pretty fun. And so then I just like became a regular guest on Is Drunken Chat. And I was watching all the different Flipside shows, and then I was actually trying to get a hold of Mercenaut. I had a question for him because like a group I was chatting with like knew him from like an old forum of some sort. It was like, hey, I have a question if this is like the same Mercenaut like from this forum, like, and I'm this user, like just trying to get a hold of him. So I tried to facilitate that, and then so I reached out to a couple of the different people on Flipside, and then I actually got a hold of Nico. I don't know how far back y'all used to watch.
I'm familiar with. I'm only familiar with stories, and I know. I mean, I know of Mercenaut, of course, and Brian, of course, and you know, we know Darth, of course, as well.
Okay. So Nico was like one of the Monday people that was part of the like Brian show, you know, and all that. And so I was talking to Nico, and he's like, hey, he's like, I've seen you on Drunken Chat. I've been meaning to reach out to you anyways. I was like, he's like, can I give you a call? I was like, yeah. And so I started chatting with him, and he's like, hey, which shows do you like on Flipside? And I was like, oh, I really like the modern comic playbook, you know, which had Longshort on it. Who else? Like just all kinds of great people that I can't think of.
How long ago would this be, do you think?
This was, what year was this? This was probably around, like 5 years ago at this point. Yeah.
That's what I've heard from the people around that era, you know, that it was right around time start of the pandemic was when like Flipside was really big.
Well, yeah, because that's when it was really taking off too. And then so anyways, Nico was like, hey, do you want to be on the modern comic playbook team? I was like, sure. And then it turned out that it was also like, because I had all the tech background stuff, I was going to help Brian with like graphic design stuff. I was going to learn how to edit, all that kind of stuff, just so he wouldn't have to, spend all his time, like, because he was doing shows like pretty much 6 to 7 days a week on
Wow.
Flipside, and so we started sharing the load, and so I ended up taking over the Modern Comic Playbook show, which was on Tuesdays, and then we had a show on Thursdays as well, where it was just like a roundtable discussion show.
So like really like I mean, that's kind of like when a lot of comic book YouTubers really getting going was all over was 5-6 years ago when a lot of that was happening.
Yeah, and I would say Flipside was a big powerhouse too, because we basically had a show every night of the week. And then eventually in the roundtable show, I turned into a game show called Dealer Flipside. Nice. So it's still on the channel. So if you go back and look at it, you'll see me in a suit, like just like suit jacket, like tie.
That's wild.
That's awesome.
Here's a little trade secret. I never wore the pants. I never wore
I'm not wearing pants right now, man.
Exactly. That's the best thing about being on YouTube. You never see the waist down, right? So
great. Yeah. That's right. I have constant states of like dog drool where my dog has been brushing up against my pants. So he does it on this shoulder too. He jumps. I was just talking. He jumps and that's where he sets his head, and so every once in a while there's a little bit of drool.
Nice. Yeah. So, but yeah, I would say that's what really got us started on YouTube, and then eventually we broke off and started doing Beyond Wednesdays, and then the Modern Comic Playbook team basically went over to Near Nirvana to do the Long Story Short show. So yeah.
Now, I mean, I know we're going to talk about the band in a little bit, but I know you brought some stuff to show.
Oh yeah.
Would you mind showing us a couple things?
Yeah. I'll start off with some raw books. Like,
all right,
I picked up this Hulk 180 recently.
Very nice.
The story estimates it at about a 5.0. It does have the stamp. Nothing's cut out, anything like that. I think it personally looks a little bit better. I'm going to send it to Red Hood to get it pressed and everything, just to see where it goes. Like, yeah.
Now, Red Hood is legendary for his cleaning and pressing ability. Like everybody talks. I mean, I see on the show, I see what people get, and he does seem to be excellent.
So the funniest thing was like him and I joined Flipside around the same time. And I was always telling Nico, because we would talk on the phone every so often. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I've talked to Jessup, like, which his name was Half Price Crook on the shows. He's like one of the most legendary pressers in the Midwest. Like he was a Dennis's presser for a very long time. I think he still presses books for him, like occasionally. Big Leg was busy on the West Coast. And then there was a couple. Were there a couple of East Coast pressers I knew? Not really, but those were the two pressers I was thinking about using. And then Red Hood, the crew, and then I was getting to talk to him, and I was like always looking for a presser within Texas because I didn't want to ship it across the country, ship it back to me, and then ship it across the country again to CGC. Like the idea was just to like keep it in Texas as long as possible before I send it to either CBCS or CGC. Exactly. But at the time, like CBCS was in Florida, but eventually moved to Texas. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. And then so I hit up Red Hood, and then we were talking like after shows and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, I really want to press some books. Like I'm gonna send a bunch of books to you. And then like he went beyond expectations on books I had. Like I had a UF4 that like should have probably been like an 8.5 or something like that, and it's because of like color rub on the back, and then ended up getting a 9.4. So
wow,
yeah, so
that's a money difference.
Yeah. So yeah, And then especially during that time period too. But yeah, speaking of Red Hood, he gave me this X-Men 2. Yeah, he gave me this X-Men 2 recently. Like
he gave it to you.
Yeah, for as like a Christmas gift. Like I was just I was like, that is too insane. Nice. Yeah,
that is very generous.
Yeah, I finally found this book that I've been wanting to grade. It's a Marvel Premiere 15.
First
Iron Fist. So this has a stamp too as well. But the funny part is, like, when I was checking at the store for the stamp, we found out this is the Mark Jewelers too as well.
Is it? Wow, man! And you didn't know that when you bought it?
Well, so when we were checking the stamp, we found out it was the Mark Jewelers. So they didn't tell. They didn't have it notated. They didn't price it different. So they had it priced. That's just like a first Iron Fist, like not including
the Mark Jewelers. Make money.
So I was just like, kind of like, I was like, I don't even care what the state of Iron Fist is right now. Like that's too ridiculous. Like to like not grade.
Yeah, I just bought a signed one. That I mean, it's not the highest grade, but I mean,
yeah. All right. I have some modern books that I picked up throughout the year that I was like super happy to get. So
flops.
Some flops. Something Is Killing Children, the New York City Comic Con.
Flops is crushing everything. Every cover he's doing, he's doing great stuff.
Yeah, I love this glow in the dark cover. Like, it's one of my favorites.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
from New
Marvel homage or something.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, just like the old school trade. Like, yeah. And so that was. Let's see. I was really happy to see that Puppeteer Lee was doing Something Is Killing the Children book. This is the 1 in 25. This was for A Monster Walks Into the Bar. So it's all the short stories from Hello Darkness into that book.
Wow. So, I don't think I've seen that cover. That's really nice.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool incentive cover. So y'all probably know how big of a Sveta fans we are.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one. Where'd you get that?
So we got this from Adam at San Diego Comic-Con. So these are both Kickstarter books.
Whoa! Look at those.
These are written by Garrett Gunn. I forget the title, but these are both ash cans. But here's the kicker for these. So these aren't just the normal like virgin covers. These are artist proof editions. So they're limited to 13 each. So these are our matching set. These are 8 SS8. It says on the bottom.
Holy smokes, man!
Nice.
Yeah. So
we're gonna have Adam on the 24th. He's coming on our show.
Oh, he's great to have. Yeah.
Yeah. No, wait. Before you move on, I got or you were gonna show more Svetas.
I'm showing more Svetas, but yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I've been talking about it, that you're one of the few people I know of anywhere who has an actual Sveta Shabina original. Would you mind showing it?
Yeah. So
it's right there.
This is one of her prints. It's from 2018. So the story for this was so I had a exhibitor's badge for San Diego Comic-Con, and San Diego was going to be the first con that Adam was going to have original art from Sveta at any show. And so that news broke out on Beyond Wednesdays, so we knew that by previews night it was probably going to be sold out, or his booth was going to be like super busy. So we were there early anyways for the convention because we were partying with Hell Destroyer Comics.
Okay, cool.
The night before, and then we just went into the convention like at sometime in the afternoon, probably like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something like that. Like sometime after so after we checked into our Airbnb, and then Comic Board Inc. was the first booth we stopped at. Like not only to pick up like Sveta like books, like stuff like the Kickstarter books like that, because he was showing us all, like we saw fully stocked like of like everything he had. So it's kind of like almost like a first dibs kind of situation. And so I was picking up books, and I spent X amount already, and then he had all the art pieces on the wall, and they were all like great priced. And then this one I kept on staring at, like I could not like take my eyes off of it. And then like he said a price, and I was like sold. Right. And then Leg bought the piece that was right next to it, which looked a little bit more like one of the pinups from the back of a Playboy. Wow. And so he ended up buying that piece because of the nostalgia of that. And then he looked at his piece closer and saw that the man that was like on the cover was turning into a wolf. And he's like all about the wolf like collecting, because like he was really thinking about buying this piece, and then like after I had decided to get it, he decided to get the other piece instead. So yeah, so it just kind of worked out like to I guess both our benefits or whatever, that we got the pieces that we're kind of like going for. So
yeah, it's, I mean, her talk about a rising star. Like, I mean, everything she does is, I mean, it just like turns to platinum. You know, she's just so good. And you know, like when you hear the story around her and you know, kind of like how difficult it must be just to get the art out given her circumstances and stuff. People, you probably heard us all talk about it before, but Sveta Shabina is in the Ukrainian artist, who she gained a lot of notoriety over the past maybe year and a half, mostly. And, you know, including in Pinapocalypse from our good friend Andrew Tarasov, who was on last week. And but yeah, she it's very difficult for her to get this stuff out. She can't do interviews. She has to be very, very careful. She's in a very dangerous part of the Ukraine from what I've heard. So it's like, yeah, everybody's hopeful that at some point that war ends and we could all actually hear her talk. That would be great.
Yeah, get to meet her, like, you know, yeah. But speaking of Andrew, Pinapocalypse.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like these were great for LA Comic-Con. I just got back some from PSA with the was it Foxy? So this is the Roxy cover, right? So I'm thinking about sending these to CGC for the blue dress to match with the blue label, because the other one's red.
Oh, so, yeah, that's bad. Oh, so you sent the Foxy, because Foxy's red, right?
Red, and, yeah. And so those Roxy blue. So I'm thinking about doing that, or I might just keep it all CGC or CBCS or PSA, but I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet.
I did actually. I just sent that cover to well, I sent it about a month ago. I sent that to CGC, and that's the New York Comic-Con.
Oh man, yeah, this one came out really great too. So I love this.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, part some of these books are like in my grade pile, and then I thought this one was really cool. So Adam had sent this out. So this is a Pinapocalypse metal cover. They even wrote a note on the back. Like I always save notes that are sent by, like, you know, fans or creators and stuff like that. So, but yeah, just wanted to say thank you for all the support. Sveta, Andrew, and I appreciate you so much. These metal covers were exclusive for you and a select few. So, yeah,
that's a collaboration, right? Now that's Sveta and Andrew collaborated, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because I think Sveta did Foxy and Andrew did Roxy on that one. I think that's right. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. That's badass.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so much detail really into it. Yeah, but yeah, this turned out really great. So, yeah,
that's badass.
Yeah, so those are some of the raw books I picked up for the year. And some stuff I've just had like sitting like ready to get graded. I did pick up a few slabs. I actually picked this up at C2E2.
Really?
Beyond. Yeah. So I was able to talk down the guy, and then what else? I went to the casino. That was the I went out there and was playing roulette. Ended up winning like $200. So I was like, kind of like, I was like, that's going to a slab. I don't know which one, but yeah. So yeah.
Sometimes gambling pays off.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, right? I guess, or something.
Right.
Oh wow. Remark.
So Yeah, so this is 3 times remarked. Amazing Spider-Man number 36. I picked this up when my band was playing in Corpus Christi, so I got to hang out with Red Hood, and we stopped by his LCS, Most Wanted Comics, and they were having their, I forget what anniversary sale, but they were celebrating their is it their second year, third year? But anyways, they had this on the wall, and I was kind of like, I have to have this. Because I had sold my Mike Zeck and John Beatty remarked Secret Wars 8.
What are the remarks? Who are the who did the signatures and remarks?
Oh, so it's Bob McLeod, Mike Zeck, John Beatty, and Scott Hanna.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
Yeah, and I've been looking for a high grade.
Zeck.
Yeah. Because Zeck, yeah, he's retired now, so he's not even showing up to cons anymore or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like I had a black suit Spidey just like this, and so I was like I I have to get this back. And yeah.
That's well. So maybe let's mention, since you touched on your band. So State of Filth, metal band. And you're a touring band. I mean, you're out touring, doing shows locally all the way, through California. So mostly West Coast you're touring?
Mostly West Coast. There are plans for the band to go to the East Coast. I don't want to say exactly where, because I'm actually playing my last show with the band January 18th.
Last show? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I recently got a new job. So I'll be leaving the university I work with right now to go to an oil company. So I'm going from education to oil. And then I start there the 12th. And then I was like, okay, I can make it through my first week of work and then play the show on the 18th, and then kind of call it quits there. I mean, the band already knows and everything. So I'm slowly announcing it on podcasts and stuff like that. I'll probably make a post about it on social media at some point, or let the band do it, either or. But yeah. But it's been a blast, because I've been in this band for, I want to say, at least 5 years now, 4 years, something like that. I don't know.
How long have you been playing music?
All my life.
All your life?
Yeah. Probably since 5th grade is when I started playing guitar.
And you play bass and guitar?
Yep. So I play bass and guitar, and then so my opportunity to actually start music was right after college. After I finished college, I started a band, local Houston band. The genre would technically be crust punk, but we played with all the grindcore bands, because our drummer would blast beat. I played guitar, and most of my riffs are really punk rock riffs and stuff like that. So, but just played really fast and all that. Lower tuning. Yeah. So
do you ever play with Gudalax?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I love that band. They're so silly.
So some of the Midwest bands we played with Pizza High Five. I think they're from they're Ohio, right? I want to say.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm out of the music scene. I'm not good. I'm not good with it anymore. But Gudalax are out of Czech Republic, I think. But
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, we played with Lycanthropy, and they had members of Sinus in it.
Okay.
One of the bigger bands that we played with in Houston a lot was PLF, Pretty Little Flower, or they changed it to Pulverizing Lethal Force. But yeah,
it's Pretty Little Flower better. It's so funny.
I mean, exactly, because it's just the juxtaposition of what they're playing to what the name of the band is.
That's right.
And then all the old school heads will still call him Pretty Little Flower, and and then just knowing Dave, he's just hilarious. So yeah.
Very cool. We did have some questions in the chat. We had a couple of people. Our buddy KM, I saw earlier, asked, What's your favorite character? What did you like collecting? Like, you know, more a title or character?
Okay, so when I first started collecting out was Batman. That's what got me in. X-Men kept me throughout my youth. Then I really got into Deadpool, probably at too young of an age. And then as I got older, that's what got me back into like really reading, like wanting to read complete runs and stuff like that. The Daniel Wade like 2008 Deadpool run. That's my all-time favorite. Yeah, that's all my all-time favorite, because that's like where he like really develops that like that second personality with the thought bubbles, and then like it's really tied close to the video game too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's where a lot of the fourth wall stuff.
That's where a lot of the fourth wall. And then once I got onto like about the time I was getting onto YouTube, like I was really getting into indie books. So Something is Killing Children was probably my claim to fame to, I guess, like speculation and all that stuff. So because I was really like into that title at the time, and then it's had its ups and downs, and then it's definitely back on its ups again, right?
Because they're making it, right? They're making the series.
Yeah, so they're making an animated series, and then they're also doing a live action movie through Blumhouse.
That's a spec play. Well, it would have been several years ago.
I still have a lot of my collection, and there's stuff that I was missing out that I bought into. Like for instance, like I had like the first print and sixth print, and I was missing like pretty much everything else in between, and I kind of like picked up those like when those are like on the dip. So
very cool.
Yeah.
You have other stuff you brought?
Yeah. So we can talk about like I love getting commissions from artists.
Oh wow, so who did that?
This is Ji-Hung Lee.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. He did a Polaris for me, like, which was pretty badass. This was a facsimile reprint of X-Men 1.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't notice.
Cool. Yeah, so I loved it because it was the old school trade. Because if you remember in her run, her first appearance is issue 49, which is the classic trade. And then in issue 50, she's on the cover, and that's when the trade changes to like the Uncanny X-Men text.
Cool.
So yeah, so it was like that transition piece. Let's see, a couple more things, a couple more slabs. Clone Wars 1. Star Wars Clone Wars 1. I've never had this book, so I saw the prices now. I was like, most Star Wars stuff, like if you ever wanted certain things in Star Wars, like I would consider buying it now, because just because like it's like one of those. I feel like it's one of those properties that it's always gonna have its ups and ups and downs all the time. So
that book, Bryce Comics, he just did a video about he sold that book to someone, and someone stole it in transit. It was just returned to him. Like the person was like, and what someone was trying to sell it, you know, obviously had stolen it. And he reached out, you know, a lot of people reached out to the person and said, hey, that's fraud, or that's a, you know, mail theft. It's going to be an FBI thing. The person like freaked out. And they're like, hey, I'm sending this book back. I was driving through Oakland, and it was on the side of the road. I saw it. You know, he clearly stole it, you know, but he got the book back. Yeah.
That's an interesting story. Yeah.
he got it back.
And then Ghost Spider.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I had this book at one point in time. I sold it, and I was expecting it to dip back down. And this is like this is one of the few like Spider-Gwen books that's like continually to increase in price. Like it does go up and down, but like this one like still stays steady, which was like kind of surprised me.
She has to appear at some point.
Oh yeah.
The movie.
Yeah, you would think. Most definitely.
And then
Jim Lee.
Yeah, Jim Lee. So Trial by Gods got me this for Christmas. And so completely blown away by this. Like he's like, I don't think you have a Jim Lee yet, or he didn't say Jim Lee, but he's like, I don't think you have anything from this artist yet. And I was like, I don't.
And a Jim Lee Batman is like, that's great.
Yeah, so so I was like, that's probably like one of the top like 3 gifts that's been given to me like in all my life or whatever. Like,
very cool.
Yeah. Some other pieces that I have that I need to get framed and stuff like that. This is
magic.
Mirka Andolfo is the artist that did this. Yeah,
I love that.
She did this very well. I picked it up. So she's smart of how she does her commissions. She has so many spots. She has like a menu choice of what, like, if you want inks, if you want colors, like if you wanted it bust, full body, 3/4 body, like all that, and like all those different variables will arrange in price and stuff like that. So and then you can put that in and then pick like whatever con you're going to be at next. Anime
we have
manga
a question, from our buddy. Kim Yunan is a big anime manga fan.
I would say I'm very casual with my anime. I mean, I do like some of my classics. I grew up like on Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing. Some of my all-time favorite animes are like and I guess manga is Akira. It's one of my favorites to read. Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't say I'm huge into anime, but like I do dabble. So
right.
Yeah.
Anime curious.
Yeah. But this is one of the, I picked this up actually at C2E2.
Is that Jenny Frison?
Yeah, so this is Jenny Frison.
Oh my god, that's badass. Wow.
So this is the cover for Hello Darkness number 6.
Yeah.
So she had like some of her OA pieces there for her Hello Darkness covers.
That is awesome, dude.
Yeah, so she's been on my top list of artists to pick up an original art piece from. And so I was like, kind of like, oh, I love this Frison. Like, it's her first, or like she's doing horror covers. Like, so I was like, I love this. Like, it's that beautiful grotesque thing. Yes. Like, it's just like awesomely like I don't know, like
she's so good at that style.
She really is. Like, yeah.
It's like pretty and horrifying at the same time. It's great.
Yes, yeah. I wanted to buy so many pieces from there because of just like the pricing, like the covers. Like, I'm jealous of the one that James has. The James from Hive Comics, he has the recent cover where she's it's a girl eating the lollipop. That's the eyeball.
I just got that cover. I just bought that.
Yeah, so he has the original art piece for that. So
wow,
nice.
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag, but I did just get an original Suspiria. I got the cover for the Last Days of H.P. Lovecraft that she did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which I love Suspiria. I think we all love Suspiria, right?
Oh yeah, that was the one piece I was trying to get during the summer. Was the Something Is Killing the Children number 43. Oh, dude, I was like on her website, like just like like I was ready to check out. Like I had the shop cart like page stuff ready for it, and then boom, like yeah.
I slabbed that cover. I got a foil of that. that I slabbed. I got a couple other ones, but that's actually up for sale on eBay right now. But nobody's biting. Nice. Nobody's biting on that.
I can show the very first original art piece I bought.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, cool.
So this is Peach Momoko.
Wow. Yeah, an original Peach Momoko is amazing.
Yeah, so this is the Something Is Killing the Children number 14. This is a Scott's Collectibles cover. So I happened to be on Facebook. Someone mentioned that like Peach was selling this. I was like, kind of like, okay, I'm interested. Like, I have the money. Like, let me see how much she wants for it. And then I asked, and then I was like, can I make 2 payments of like, half this week and then half like in another week, and then or 2 weeks? And then she was like, yeah, that's fine. Or her translator was like, yeah, that's fine. And then yeah, they mailed it from Japan. I was afraid because it was during pandemic. I was like, I hope it doesn't get lost in transit.
Oh man, yeah.
Dude, it was fast. It was less than a week.
Really?
Wow.
Like
That's
in the middle of all that. Yeah. So I don't remember. It might have been DHL. So, I mean, whatever they figured out from getting stuff from Japan to America, they worked it out.
Yeah, always makes me nervous when you order stuff like that, man.
Yeah,
I bought stuff from Brazil, and it takes like 3 or 4 months. It's crazy. There's an original piece right next to you. Is it an Enchantress or is it a Batgirl?
So this is actually a Polaris.
Oh, Polaris. Oh, wow.
So this is from Jeff DeCall.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, so I went to MegaCon one year, and he was doing original, or he was doing commissions, and then the way his works is that he will have a list of characters that he's willing to draw for as a commission, and so you can pick off his list. I highly recommend picking off his list because like it's something like he has an idea already ready for it. And then if you don't want any of those characters, you can give him a choice of 3 characters that you want, and then he'll pick one off your list.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And now do you got like a list of original art or commission pieces or like artists that you're trying to check off, like maybe for the coming year or something?
I have no idea what I'm going to collect this year because like yeah, like to be honest, yeah, the same way. I mean, like I had no plan. Like I usually make no plans. Like a lot of times there's some things where it's like kind of like, okay, if I run into this, like it's going to be like on my want list, but like there's never everything. There's I don't know. Is there something natural about it, right? Where you just like kind of naturally go with like what's do you want in your collection to go with the flow of that? So it's not. I mean, like I'm gonna try to go to MegaCon, so I'm looking at the list there. There's a couple artists where, depending on their price, like I might ask them for a commission. I do have a bigger plan with a retailer. We haven't publicly announced it yet, so I don't want to give up the idea quite yet. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty unique in the world of comics. So, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah,
awesome.
And, I go down rabbit holes, and that'll consume me for a while. Like I'm in Brazilian horror comics is my current one, and I just keep doing it.
Oh, so you're getting really big into Jaime Cortez?
Yeah. That's I just did I've got that's the thing.
You just did a show with Josh, huh?
Yeah. On
International Comics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know Josh?
Yeah. Him and I go back because he was on the Modern Playbook team for Flip Side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got me
pieces from myself. Yeah.
Yeah, he got me really big into him, and Rob's comics really got me into foreign collecting. So
yeah,
I was already dabbling a little bit, but then they opened up like more knowledge base for me.
I think I have about 20 something Cortez books now.
Okay, nice.
I got a couple contacts in Brazil, so it's been like if anybody watched my channel knows. In fact, they probably get sick of me talking about it because it's like all the time. But
no, I mean, because Brazil actually had the first free comic book day. Something is killing the children book.
Oh, wait,
yeah, and so so through one of International Comics' sources, he helped me secured some copies because he was looking for some himself.
Yeah, and, great guy.
Yeah, and then he's amazing. So we ended up like getting like I think like 6 copies, and then him and I just like split it down the middle. So like, or it was either 6 or 8. I can't remember the exact number, but whatever the order was, we split it down the middle, and then I took my copies to MegaCon that Tinian was going to be at, and then I had him sign it. So him and Deladra. So it was so funny too, because James was like, he's like, "What is this? I've never seen this before."
Right.
And I explained it to him. I was like, "This is a copy from Brazil," and he's like, "I didn't even know that there was a copy like this out there." I was like, "Yeah, it was for their free comic book day or something like that."
Yeah, yeah. I've bought. I think I bought 3 books so far from Josh, and we talk all the time about the Cortez books, and like show each other and stuff. But normally what we do around this time is we open up the stream. We let on some of our buddies in case they have a question to talk to you, and so if you wouldn't mind us opening it up, sometimes people will have some questions, and we just kind of share the link, and whoever wants to jump on is welcome to jump on. So all the guys in the chat, anybody who would like to talk to the great and powerful YeeZeeYee, we're bringing people on. Then so one of the things we were talking about, I guess, earlier, and a kind of a question I had when you're talking about the different grading companies, and I know this is something that you guys talk about quite often on Beyond Wednesday specifically, is industry of comics. So what do you think of this? That PSA buying the parent company PSA buying CBCS, and I mean, do you think CBCS survives this, or I mean, do you think they just roll that into PSA?
I think it depends, really. I think that the main reason why PSA overtook Beckett was for the Beckett branding.
Yeah.
For the card grading part, right? Because people still like the BGS 10s, like where you have that black border, like where you have all the subgrades and all that. And then it's like almost like this illusion of competition, I guess. In all reality, it's like the same company, right? It's all the same company now at this point. It'll be interesting to see what happens to CBCS, right?
I don't know how they survive. I don't know how they keep it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make sense, right? Like that it should stay, like it should either be, it wouldn't surprise me to see them merge into like one company,
right,
or under one branding, and then like eliminate all the positions that like are overlapping to like either like who has the better office politics, or whoever the most qualified person is. Like I don't know how that company runs on the back end, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see like over time.
Second Four wants to know: are you a fan of Golden Age titles?
Like, so I do like Chamber of Chills 19 is probably like my holy grail of like pre-code horror books. Other than that, like I'm not the biggest Golden Age fan. I do follow some stuff, but I wouldn't say it's my wheelhouse by any means.
So a couple of our buddies joined, Mark and the Great Stevie D. Mark, I saw you around first. Do you have a question for our new buddy, YeeZeeYee?
Oh, yeah, I have a question. As you can see, I get a lot of commission stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get around very much anymore. I'm a disabled vet, so it's hard to get to a lot of the shows. Plus, places like down here, we have MegaCon. Yeah. And I need a snowplow on the front of my chair to get through MegaCon because it's just so crowded in there. And people don't see you, so I don't really like the shows that much anymore. So I was wondering, where do you get most of your commission stuff from? Do you contact them like via Facebook or Instagram, or is it mostly from shows?
It's mainly for shows, but there's certain artists that I will hit up ahead of time. Like if I see that they're going to be at a show, I'll message them ahead of time, or message their art dealer, because there's a lot of artists that work with like comic sketch art, or just different like different art groups like that manage those different artists. So a lot of times, like, you know, you can fill out like the request through different websites, just depending on who the artist is.
Okay.
Yeah, but like that's obviously for like some of the bigger artists, right? So
Right.
but like, or some of the up and coming artists, like, but if it's like someone that's local and things like that, you know, it's probably just best to like, you know, I would assume they have some sort of social media presence that you could reach out to them directly to as well. That like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this piece done. You know, if I pay up like half up front, you know, can I guarantee a spot, or, you know, some sort of deposit of some sort, you know, just that, you know, depends.
I do it the old-fashioned way. I contact them on Facebook.
I mean, yeah,
if they're nice enough to reply, I usually get something. A lot of times, I don't get any response though.
Yeah, yeah, I would say it just depends on the artist too, right?
And if you had any like particularly like positive interactions with any of the artists, anybody that was like super friendly, that, you know, really just a nice person.
Ooh, he was really cool. Tula Lote, she was really nice. Yeah, so I had met her like right at the beginning of, I want to say it was MegaCon actually, and it was so funny too because she was FaceTiming one of her kids. It was like, hey, look, I'm in Florida, and like, and she has like an English accent too, so it's so funny. So yeah,
very cool.
Yeah.
Our buddy Stevie. Stevie, did you have a question for our new buddy YeeZeeYee?
Oh yeah, I was wondering, could you tell us a little bit about the experience of meeting Stan Lee?
Of meeting Stan Lee? Oh yeah. So I've met him twice. Once was in Houston, and the other time was in Dallas. It was pretty interesting the first time because like it was, you know, it's something that I had grown up like watching on TV, like seeing like, you know, through all the different time periods, like the, you know, at the end of cartoons, like hearing his voice, like, you know, it was so great to like meet this iconic like you know, person, creator, right? And it was so funny because there was a person in front of my brother and I where they were constantly like taking pictures of Stan Lee, like waiting in line, and like anyone that's ever waited in that line knows it's a giant no, right? And so this guy kept on getting warnings about like hey, like no pictures, and then as he was getting closer and closer to the line, he kept on taking pictures of Stan, and then it was so funny too because like I guess throughout this whole time period that was like more distracting than anything else.
Sure.
And then the guy literally left his kid to still get the random like Marvel Almanac thing that he was getting signed for, you know, I would assume to flip because you know that's what a lot of people were doing, just like kind of like, oh, Stan Lee's in town, like I want to get his autograph to flip something. So it's because that's the most like random item you could like bring to a Stan Lee signing that you're paying like $100 for, right? For this opportunity, like just depending on what time period, like, you know, you got his signature at. So I would say that was like probably like one of the more interesting like first times meeting Stan Lee. And then the second time I met him, my brother was getting a She-Hulk 1 signed, and I was getting a ASM 700 signed. And so like as Stan was like signing our books during that time, it was really cool to say like, oh, thank you so much, Stan, for signing our books, blah blah blah. And he actually like looked up at us and was like kind of like, and then like kind of acknowledged our existence. Like it was kind of cool.
Graced you.
You guys shared that space at that moment in time. Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's like he knows we exist.
I'm never washing these eyeballs again.
Right. Yeah.
Jason had a question. Archivist Adrift. Do you draw? He said, I find people who are creative and whatnot also, comics tend to also draw also.
So I majored in fine arts with a concentration in art history. And when I was in college, I actually did win second place in the student art show for a painting I did. I would say I can't really draw. I can paint though, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Very
that
cool.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense to me. Yeah.
yeah.
And you said you have a bit of a tech background too.
Yeah, so I work in IT as well too. So
Right.
so I'm a network engineer.
Nice.
So
Right.
yeah, so I guess that kind of balances me out because like sometimes it's like kind of creative, but then it's still like it's all ones and zeros, right? So it's still like structured, but then like sometimes you have to think of creative ways to get everything functioning correctly.
Yeah.
But I just love the problem solving of like why my computer won't get on the internet or
And
why
money.
your computer. Yeah,
And money.
it's nice too. Yeah. I like money.
I'm a big fan. Did you guys have any other questions, Mark or Stevie? So normally what we'll do around this time is a lot of us will just start kind of showing some of the books that we got recently. You're welcome to hang out and show some of the cool stuff that we got. Hang out and talk. If you have to get going, we totally understand. But yeah, if you want to hang out for a little while, it's up to you. We just kind of hang out and start showing some comics.
Derek had a question.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Derek.
How many times per day do you have to tell people to turn off? So it's so funny too. So people will certain departments will contact me directly, and actually I did have to say that once today. So like I'm not even working, but then like I'll answer certain phone calls for people. I was like yeah, I can check it out because I just happened to be home. And then when I looked at it, I was like, have you tried power cycling this yet? And then they're like, yeah, or we're doing that right now. I was like, okay. And then so on a typical 8-hour day, I would say 50. on the low end 3, on the high end like 20. Depending if there's a power outage that happened on campus.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
I have some stuff to show. If you want
to
big so I showed some of this already, but we'll still go through it. But the new Sveta, the Nocturnals, it's got the Sveta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like like we've been talking. Like, it's cool that she does like kind of different body types and different things. Because
did you get the previous? Did you get her most recent drop? The one that we?
Yes. I was able to get two of the clothed.
Nice. I missed out because I went back and tried to add one of each, and then I missed out. I ended up missing out on both.
Oh, you see, I go like whatever's up first. I go and I try to knock out 2 of them, right away, and then I go back. And of course, by the time I went back, the naughty version was gone. But I'm fine, to be able to get 2. But Adam held back half of them. He said so. I think we're giving the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm sure I think it's coming up Monday. Yeah. I'm not too worried about it.
But then blind bags. The Mark Spears blind bags got the. I got one big hit. I got the glow in the dark pirate.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. That's badass.
Awesome. Yeah.
And got a couple of the Keen Splat exclusives from the website. So the foil Dungeons and Dragons, which is badass.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And then this was my kind of my favorite one that I was glad I was able to get, but the G.I. Joe like open
awesome.
like card. It's like it totally looks like one of the backer cards.
Backer cards, yeah.
That's awesome.
It looks like it's got like a Toys R Us sticker like right up here or something.
Yeah, I love when they do those kind of covers, man. I think they're sweet.
Yeah. It looks exactly like it, by the way. I mean,
it does, man.
Yeah, it's almost like a photo or something really wild.
Does the back cover have each individual character in the series?
No,
like the card backs used to have on the toys.
I don't think so. I didn't open it up actually. I think all of these have just like they're just showing the various covers.
Yeah, for the Munster covers.
You should throw it on eBay.
No, it shows a Keen Spot exclusive on the back.
That's cool.
Oh, that's different.
Very cool.
You should throw it on eBay to see if someone asks, like, does it come with the action figure?
Yeah.
I'll,
do you have the bubble that goes with it?
Right.
Bubble plastic.
You dickheads. Get out of here.
I was going to say there should have been a little SpongeBob on that pirate cover.
A SpongeBob for the pirate? Yeah. I don't know if he's done something like that. I mean, this year, the cool one of the other cool ones was the Grinch. The Grinch cover was kind of wild, I thought. Threw it in a Mylar here real quick to, looks a little better in a Mylar. But then people probably see me show this a couple of times, but Archivist Adrift, Jason worked on a book for me. So those of you who are not familiar, and I don't think he knows, Archivist Adrift does conservation of comics, rare and old comics. And he brought this comic back to life. This is a one-of-one. All these Cortez books, a lot of them are like, one of one, one of three or something. This is the only known copy of this Historias Macabras. And Jason completely, like, this had pen on the front. The staples were rusted and breaking. Badass. It was just like he leaf casted this back together. It's completely looks great. This is going into CGC, and we fully expect it's going to get a conserved label, which is exactly what I wanted. I think, for a book like this where there's only one known copy, you want to preserve the comic. That's the most important thing, more important than labels and that kind of thing. But also, I think conserved labels, to me, conserved means you're trying to save the book, whereas like a lot of times restored, it's like it's about the appearance. I don't have a problem with either when you're into these old books, but I think conservation of these books is really important because like some of these titles there are certain issues that are extinct. There are no known copies. They're like, you could see on the census, like on like Otero Negro, there are like you'll like it'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Like there'll be like issues that have never been discovered.
And then half of those are international comics, anyways. Like, because he was creating a lot of those, like, as like it was like the first one to be like on the census.
Yeah, this will be, and there are I could go down the rabbit hole and talk a lot about this, but yeah, it's a lot of things about Brazil that are tricky. Harsh climate. There was not a collector's culture there for years, and when people started collecting, they really wanted American comics. So a lot of these were treated like disposable, and it's only like recently, like 5 or 6 years, that people have discovered these, like in the U.S. and so a lot of these are gone. They're just gone forever. And
he definitely had fun packing them, K Munin.
Yes. The other part, this was the surprise. If you guys haven't seen the video, go watch on Jason Archivist.
It's glorious.
Earlier this year, I bought a Tomb of Terror 16, famous drowning cover, pre-code horror. And I bought it off my comic shop. I got it. It was so fragile. It was like falling apart in my hands. I just want to get this in a slab. And so I sent it in. I just counted the pages. And I just sent it in. And they're like, we can't do anything. We can't grade this. And I was like, what is going on? They sent it back to me. It was a married cover. It was a detached cover. And the interior was like a Chamber of Chills, like, 12 or something like that. And so the great Archivist Adrift, Jason, I sent this back. My comic shop made me whole. They refunded. Everything was cool. Jason sent me this Tomb of Terror 16, the great zombie drowning cover. And as I was looking at it, I was like, wait a second. This is the same book I had. It was the same cover. And I'm like, open it up. Again, one of the only people that can do this, who has the skill to do this, he went on eBay, found an interior wraps of a Tomb of Terror 16, and then waited for like a month for my comic shop to sell the cover only. Bought the cover, leaf casted this together, did the staples, and made a whole comic. So this has been this, and when I can show you when I open it, it's like the very cover I had, he Frankenstein together a complete copy of Tomb of Terror 16. This is now a whole comic. Unbelievable that he did it. And
just awesome.
Very few people in the world could do it. And
it's gone full circle now at this point.
Yeah, and it was wild that he was able to do it, and then he sent it to me. So it's like if everybody make sure you check out the videos on Jason's channel. Last thing I'm going to show. I got another stupid blind bag. I got an Image blind bag. The Christmas one. It just arrived. I'm gonna open the dumb thing right now. But if you didn't hear about this, what happened? Image, when Diamond Distributors went under, they had like 10,000, 20,000 Image issues just sitting in a warehouse, and Image had to like sue. They were going to destroy them, and they like there was all this stuff about money. This Image had to sue. They got the comics back, but then they get these comics back, and they're like months old. They're like, what are we going to do with this? So what they did is they took the variants, like the more rare ones, and they just put them into blind bags. So they sold these off as blind bags. These are old variants of Image comics. So let's see what I got.
Good luck.
Yeah.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Get it.
Let's see what we got.
You could almost end up with anything over the last like 20 years.
I'm imagining it's just for the past couple years or something, or however long Diamond had books. But all right, let's see here. So it is a Youngblood #1.
Oh, it comes bag and boarded.
Yeah, Liefeld.
Oh, gold foil, black and white sketch.
It's a gold black and white sketch variant. So yeah, Youngblood #1 from Liefeld. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but yeah, black and white sketch variant with the gold.
Does it have the year on it?
This was just earlier this year, I think. He resurrected Youngblood, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But I can open it. Let's see. Let's just see. Let's just take a look and see if it says anything. Yeah, I don't. This was November of 2025. So yeah, this just
pretty recent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
it's Liefeld.
Yeah, better than a sharp stick in the eye. That's all. That's all I had to show for today.
Is it? This might be the manga edition. Is what it's saying.
Is it? Is it what you're seeing?
Oh wait, that's a different one.
Liefeld and Wanma.
Oh wait, this is too old.
Yeah. We'll throw it in a Mylar, but yeah, we got one of these. Just
see what happens.
Try my luck on it.
Alrighty. Well, Stevie, I know I messaged you earlier, but I did get it, but I haven't opened it yet, buddy. I'm going to open it to tomorrow along with yours and Nate's, so I can record it, document it. As
that'll be fun.
Everything's content, So, but I did go around for the holidays and stuff, being off most of the week or whatever. I went to my LCS on Wednesday, and then my cousin came into town when it comes around, every so often from DC, and we did a little comic cousin crawl, which that's going to be a video by itself. But I will show the books that I did pick up this past Wednesday. So, like the Pool List, Escape #5.
Okay. How are you liking it? Are you still liking it?
Yeah, I'm still liking it. I still like it quite a bit. And then Spawn Dark Ages.
Nice.
So, pretty cool. That's number 2 of 6. Then New Punisher. I haven't read that one, the Red Band. And I thought I'd taken this off my list, but I didn't even realize it was in my stack until I paid for it. So
not good.
Not digging it. I was ready to stop it after the second one. Then I picked up just a few odds and ends. Oh, my cousin gave me this one. He knows I like the oddity stuff, man. And this is called Vampire Vixens.
It's signed.
It's all signed. Yeah, it's signed and numbered, but I don't even know the guy's name or whatever. But it's Acid Rain Studios. It's some indie book he come across. He knows I like the weird stuff. And then speaking of some weird stuff, I had these are some of this run fillers. This Trailer Park of Terror.
Oh wow. So that's wild.
Yeah. That was number 4. Then here's number 5. I hadn't really come across any of these for a while, so when I found these, it's pretty cool. This is a Halloween special number 1 of the same title.
Wow. Who's the artist, do you know, or?
Yeah, it's how do you say it? Nelson.
Oh, okay. It almost reminded me of Tim Vigil.
But and then here's a Halloween special number 2. Really good. I mean, the art in it's 90s goodness and stuff, but or not really 90s, early 2000s, but it's still fun. Then I picked up some been doing a little run of Batman and Outsiders. Number 7.
All right.
Number 8. And then jumped number 10. And this was a nostalgic buy because of GeoForce.
GeoForce.
Yeah, dude, in the front. It was the annual number 1. So, but then Nate was here. I've been collecting this run, the Marvel graphic novels, that whole series they did, the whole run. I've been slowly picking at them. So I need a Dazzler. This was a really good copy of this book, number 12.
Is that Sienkiewicz cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's but I finally can say I own a book by James Shooter. Okay. We was on Matt's the other night. I was like, I don't think I have a book by Jim Shooter, but now I can say I do. And then this is number 16. This is the Aladdin Effect.
I don't know if I ever saw that.
That was triple hit.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. But and some of the books I got, I wasn't going to show, but I'll show these since we were talking about him. We had him as a guest. I've been looking around for these, and I went to a different to a comic shop that I normally don't get to because it's over on the border, Indiana-Ohio border. But it's some Roxy,
Andrew Tarasov.
Nice.
They had a bunch of back issues, so I was like, I'll pick up what I can get. There's number 3.
Yeah, Tarasov cover there too.
Yep.
I like going to those shops that you haven't been to, like you don't regularly visit, and then it's like obvious that they've like refreshed what they've had in the store.
Yeah.
And you can find
a lot of other shops that's closer to me. They don't pick this series up, so unless you order them, there's number 4.
Very cool.
But
and what a nice guy, man. Like
I'm a Roxy guy.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, I'm a Roxy guy, so.
Oh yeah, it's a good one too.
Yeah, I like brunettes, so. But I did have to this one here, Foxy. I did like this one. That was cool.
Oh yeah, it's like Attack of the 50-foot women. Yeah,
Foxy. Yeah, the 50-foot Foxy.
Very awesome. Cool.
And then number 6.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I know. She should get a ticket for parking that thing illegally.
Yeah. I mean, it's the first thing you notice off that cover.
I know. That's why. I'm definitely a Roxy Roxy guy.
Yeah. Very cool.
Anybody else? You got anything?
I got stuff.
Cool.
You got stuff?
Yeah. Well, the best read of the week was The Death
There you go.
Very good.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Yeah.
And I read it real slow, and I read it in 2 sessions.
And
And
trying to get the first print of that. I always find like the 5th or 6th or 7th or 8th printing. I want first printing of that.
Yeah, it's the first graphic novel, I think. The first one they released, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's sitting.
Yeah, it was, Mike.
He's reminiscing about his life, and he's making tapes, and it's kind of flashbacks about how things happened to him, and then there's some great art in here. I mean, fantastic art. Here's a rogues gallery of Jim Starlin can really group a bunch of heroes or villains together, and then like here on the floor and the staircase, I mean, there is everybody. And this really struck close to home because my father died of cancer, and see, he's surrounded by all the heroes on his deathbed, and so just have that colonoscopy, even though it's rough to get ready for, it's a real smart thing to do. My friend David, on a happy note, sent me 23 pounds of comic books I got in the mail today.
Pounds.
Yeah, I watched the video earlier, man. That was awesome, Stevie.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, I'll send you a couple of comic books, and well, I sent him a big thick stack of arts, so he's gonna get that pretty soon.
Did he send you a short box then?
Yeah,
like a short box.
No, where is that box? It's
so our buddy Stevie, he's a retired music teacher, but he's started like doing art, and he does like some of the funniest. He's got the greatest sense of humor. His art. Oh wow, that is a pretty substantial box. Oh yeah, there's one that Rich is holding up. One
nice.
Stevie D, and I've got. Could you make me big for just a sec? I just want to show one of your Stevie, one of the early ones I got from you. Sorry to interrupt you, but this is so my name Chanko is after my dog. I have an English bulldog, and this is in this room, and the dog has taken over the show. And,
nice.
and me coming in yelling at the dog, and the dog saying, I think I'm going to start a YouTube channel called "It's How to Steal Your Master's Chair." He took my name, I'll take his chair, and it says on the bottom, translated from dog.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a funny one.
I love that one.
Well, I got like 50 of the 100 at least of the Marvel 2-in-1s, and I just got a sampling of them. There's no way I can show all those.
Yeah.
That's a cool cover right there.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Man. Yeah, I love the 2-in-1s he sent you.
They always have obscure characters in the 2-in-1s.
Yep.
Yeah, all the ones he got were the Thing and somebody else. That's the ones I like.
It's like Marvel team up with the Thing instead of Spider-Man.
Right.
It's a good series because it's a continuing series too. One issue leads into the next issue, which leads into the next issue. A lot of times, like if it was Thing and Black Widow, and then Daredevil showed up on the last page, Daredevil would be in the next issue of Marvel 2-in-1.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of them are continuously that way.
Yeah.
And what's neat is I'm collecting the Thing, the 1983 volume, 36 issues. I got them all but one. And I was going to buy it, and they were out of stock in my comic shop. So somebody took it out of my...
That's a good series to get, Stevie.
Yeah. And somebody took it...
For the Miss Marvel one?
Yeah, 35.
Yeah.
And somebody took it out of my cart, and I was going to make an order today, and it was gone. So, no. And so you hear about that happening, and that's the first time that ever happened to me. And here's a good monster one. He's teaming up with the Fantastic Four, it looks like. But that's a cool monster right there.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl. Cool. And the Cosmic Cube. Whenever the Red Skull gets a hold of the Cosmic Cube, all reality can change, you know? And they, of course, all the good guys are stuck in there, but that wasn't the Red Skull that had it, that one. And here's one I picked for Mr. Medusa. I don't know who this guy is, but he's got the Scarlet Witch and the thing wrapped up. The Serpent Crown Affair. That's what this one is called. Then I've been drawing ray guns lately, and here's a cool gun. Sometimes the guns are better than the characters, you know.
It's the Thing, and who is inside it? Do you know, or do you haven't looked yet?
I don't know. I haven't looked. It's number 7.
It looks like Paste Pop Pete's gun.
Oh,
yeah, it has a cord. Let me dive in. I put them all in bags and boards this afternoon, and in order. Got to take my glasses off. Let's see who. Usually, by the back of the book, the villain is revealed. So let's go to the back.
Yeah, a lot of times if it's two of them, it's somebody teamed up with or something. But yeah, they couldn't tell who the. Just from the gun, couldn't really tell. But
I can't really tell either. From here it is. Here's the guy with the gun. I don't know who that is.
No idea. Maybe some like short-lived character that they didn't do anything with.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Obscure character.
It's their first appearance. Everyone wants to buy that issue now.
First
All right. I need to dip out because Beyond Wednesdays is about to start and all that. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to meet you all. So
thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. Thanks.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one. Catch y'all later.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Everyone, the great and powerful YeeZeeYee that was another fun one. Got to see some really cool stuff, and yeah, always cool to meet more people in this and make more friends. So
yeah. And speaking of friends, Ghost Rider, he's teamed up with, but the Thing is riding a super cool
wow.
Reed Richards flying motorcycle alongside a Ghost Rider.
Nice death race.
Big fuel tanks.
And then I got another comic book where the Thing he's holding up a dinosaur's jaws, keeping him from getting swallowed.
Like Godzilla.
Yeah. And I got a couple of drawings. One I showed everybody already. It's a little cartoon.
That's a good one. That made me laugh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the dialogue is the son's going. He's freaking out. You can tell. He's going, oh no, it's the alien wearing shades. And there's the alien down there. And he's going, chill out, Sonny. I'm just here for the climate, you know. And then I drew a good girl on Bikini Island. Bikini Island. I tried a different pose.
All right. There
you go.
And I'm trying to get the body proportions, and she's drinking a beer, and
nice.
And the last one is a cartoon. Somebody was saying something about zombies today. I watched so many videos. While I draw, sometimes I got videos on and I'm watching people. Well, here's the zombie one, but this is not a zombie here. This is a vampire.
Okay.
And cool. He belongs to the Transylvanian Neighborhood Watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Transylvanian Neighborhood Watch. Yeah, okay.
And he says, I fell asleep on guard duty and a zombie took a bite out of my skull. when the wound closes, I'll be out for that nasty tasting zombie blood.
Yeah.
Wild.
Brain
Very
chilling.
funny. Very funny.
And that's my presentation, fellas.
Good. Mark, do you have anything?
Sure. I got a couple.
One thing I was hoping you might show is and I hope the commission piece that you just showed, the one of you and your wife. I if you wouldn't mind, I hope you don't mind.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
That's
wonderful. Oh, that's nice.
Who did this?
This is done by Dan Parent.
Dan Parent's such a good guy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
It's funny because we had those outfits on too. So when you drew the picture, he actually put the actual outfit.
Yeah.
I love characters, man. When people do caricatures of people, I love that.
Dan Parent, I mean, one of the greats, and you know, Mark loves Archie, and I met him at C2E2. What a super nice guy, just fantastic person. Yeah, that's really great that you got that. Oh yeah, I sent that one.
Nice. That's the one that Jonko sent me.
Yeah, it's got a remark, a little remark on there, the Sabrina remark,
which was really cool. I didn't notice it at first, and then I noticed it, and I was like, "Oh, that's really amazing." But I do have some other Archies. These are some of the variants.
Wow, I love that.
Josie O's, yeah.
This is by Sam Payne. He's the one that did that one up there.
That one there.
Very cool. That's great. I love
it.
It
has all the little advertisements on it, you know, win tickets. Yeah. It's not fortified with anything. It's cat free. Then I picked up the I don't know, I've showed this one before.
Oh, She Veronica is wild. That's great.
That was She Veronica. Yeah. And this is a variant for the Betty Veronica facsimile, I think number 78.
I love that. That's awesome.
I love it too. Yeah. I love when they take the Archie characters and they do something, you know, different with them.
Well, that's what, you know, I've got the Elektra as Elektra, and Betty back there as Dazzler and Wonder Woman and
Power Girl. Yeah, those are sweet.
Oh wow! Hey.
And this is Melody from the Josie and the Pussycats, the drummer.
Yeah,
and that's a Dan Parent variant.
He's great.
Their lines are so perfect, so smooth.
It's the same book as this one.
Oh,
it's just different. Because there's so few Archies nowadays that I can buy the variants.
Oh yeah,
so it's
not some of the variants are wonderful.
Thing. And then I got a few, like this one here is from Australia.
Oh, that's good.
And this one is from Mexico.
Wow.
So if you look at the size comparisons, this is a normal book.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Very different.
So I enjoy getting the foreign ones. I was just going through them trying to figure out how to put them into my collection. Do I put them in like with the regular titles in front of it so I know which? Because once I put it away, I forget what it actually says.
Yo, Brian, you just missed Yee. He's getting ready for your show, but
yeah, he left to go get ready for your show.
But Freddie has a question for you.
Freddie had a question for you, Mark. Did Did Mark like the Afterlife with Archie series?
It was a good series. They kind of just left it hanging because Archie focused all its attention onto the Riverdale show, which ended up being a total flop. And they tried some side stories where like the Pussycats were vampires, and the Wilkins boy was at Camp Pickens, which was kind of like a Jason type thing, and they just they left everything hanging. They went nowhere with it.
Mm.
And now Archie's going to be subletting some of their characters to ONI Publishing.
Oh,
in August they're coming out with a new Archie a new Sabrina, and another one called Archie in Hell, which I think is going to be like the afterlife with Archie. Archie still will be doing like their digests and their, the one shots and the regular classic Archie. And these are supposed to be geared towards, I know everyone says Archie's geared towards little kids, but the new Archies from Omni are going to be geared towards teenagers, like young teenagers, young adults, that kind of thing.
Now, Dan Parent going to be working on any of those? Probably.
I don't think so. He's going to stay with the original classic characters, the classic Archie. They got all new people, and they're famous people for what they've done. I'm not familiar with a lot of the books out there now. One of them's written by the guy that did the Ice Cream Man.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that's Patrick Horvath.
I think so.
One of the people. There were a few people worked on it, but
Jeff Jack wants to know what your favorite Archie Meets series.
I'd have to say the Ramones.
Archie
meets
cool,
the Ramones or Archie meets the 52s. Because, it's music, so it's always fun. Yeah. But there's a lot of Archie meets, so.
Yeah.
I have a Batman 66 where Archie's dressed up as Robin in the old time Batmobile on the cover. That's cool.
We did a couple of those. Those were fun. But Jason that's all I have.
Jason was wondering if are there different factions in the Archie fans, like people who hate the new stuff and only like the old stuff, like traditional Archie?
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that like the classic Archie. That's why the new Archie stuff, like when they did the remakes, like these.
Oh yeah.
Mark Waid, Mark Waid's a good writer and he does a lot of good books. They didn't go anywhere, and they renumbered them. So it's this is like number 4, but it's really number 713.
Oh, okay.
And it just didn't. People wanted the classic stuff back, and that's the new stuff that they're putting out in August is going to be. It's a little more modern than the classic stuff. I think the story issues are going to be more modern. You're not going to see them running around in bell bottoms and stuff, but
right.
The classic Archie is always classic Archie. I can pick up a book, Archie 14 from 1945, and read it, and read a brand new Archie that came out at my local grocery store. They're the same exact characters.
Yeah, we're all familiar with the characters. I mean,
if I go to a Marvel or DC book nowadays, because I haven't read Marvel or DC in quite a few years, I don't know who a lot of these people. They say it's say it's Spider-Man, but I don't know anything about Miles as a Spider-Man.
Or I mean, like any of the multitude of like different multiversal things.
Yeah, there's a punk rock Spider-Man. I know the pig Spider-Man, the Spider-Ham. Everyone knows Spider-Man.
Peter Porker.
Peter Porker.
There's a lot. There's a girl with a robot that's a Spider-Man. There's Gwen. I thought Gwen Stacy died. I thought her neck broke, but there's a Gwen, Spider-Gwen. So I'm a little confused. But
they had a group like the Avengers called the Slingers.
Oh my goodness!
All the people you're talking about were in it.
That's like when you were showing that.
Keep it modern somehow. So
the death of Captain Marvel. It's like one of the only characters that stayed dead. Like
I
mean, almost
him and Uncle Ben. Him and Uncle Ben are the only two they keep dead.
Right.
But, so far.
And the artwork in that comic book was Jim Starlin wrote it and drew it. Yeah. It was just beautiful. I spent a lot of time just looking at the panels, seeing how a master artist does things,
Right. Yeah.
But
what do you think, Rich?
Yeah, that's I think it's a pretty good run. Good show. Glad YeeZeeYee came on. That was another good guest. Start by saying thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to the guys that joined us. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Steve.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you, man. Like you'll never know. Appreciate I appreciate everybody. We'll go around the horn. Anybody got anything coming up? We'll start with Stevie D. You got anything coming up, Stevie? I know you just posted a video today, but
Yeah, I've been doing AOK videos, and I had my order from my comic shop knocking out the thing, and I'm not going to make a show for a while because I just made 3 in a row with the Christmas shows and all that stuff,
Right.
and New Year's, and I'm just going to be trying to catch up on the videos of all my friends. It's hard to keep up with everybody.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, no, it sure is. Mark, you got anything coming up, man?
I'm just moving my Tuesday videos to Wednesday.
Okay.
For some reason, I think it's just giving me extra time, but it really isn't. Tuesday to Tuesday is the same as Wednesday to Wednesday, but in my head, for some reason.
Well, it gives you more time that first week you do that. You know, it gives
Yeah.
you an extra day. Then after that, it's exactly the same.
But that's all I'm doing. I'm changing my format a little bit to where I'm not just showing covers. I'm going to do a synopsis of the actual story inside.
Very cool.
Especially with Archie comics, a lot of the covers are misleading because they're gag covers.
Right. That's true.
Well, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that looks like a funny issue," and you're like, "None of that ever happened in the book."
I read one where he was trying to learn how to play the trombone, and he was in the school and then home everywhere.
He can play almost every instrument.
Oh, he did?
He plays in the guitar in the Archies. He's played the keyboard. He plays the tuba. I've seen him play a trumpet. I've seen him play. They're all interchangeable. So he can drive every car ever made, and
Jughead can eat every sandwich. He could put a Dagwood to shame, you know.
He could.
Or a burger.
Mike, you got anything?
Yeah, next week we're going to have on the live show. We're going to have Four Corner Comics. Four Corner Comics just completed what they call the Dirty Dozen. So these are the pre-code horror comics that pre-code horror, pre-code crime that they used in the Senate hearings in 1954 when they were trying to ban comics. So there are 12 comics that they showed in the Senate hearings. A lot of them are very expensive, very difficult to find. And Four Corner put these together, so he's going to come by, show us his collection, and specifically show us the Dirty Dozen comics, and we'll talk to him. If you haven't seen his channel, or if you haven't seen him on Instagram, check out Four Corner Comics on Instagram.
Yep.
I believe on I think it's January 20th. I'm going to be on with Mark, Heroes for Hire. I'm going to be on his show. I think it's the 20th. Let me check on that. And then on the 24th. We've just confirmed we're going to have Adam, who is the manager for both our guest last week, who Andrew Tarasov and Sveta Shubina. And I believe he's going to make an announcement on our channel, a specific announcement about something that's coming out, a project. But I just wanted to remind everybody, YeeZeeYee, is on Beyond Wednesdays, and our good friend Brian McClay is runs the Beyond Wednesdays show. If you want to watch something tonight, and if you really want to subscribe to something that's fantastic, where they're doing something better than everyone else on comic book YouTube, it's Beyond Wednesdays. Like when it comes to modern stuff, industry stuff, they're like cutting edge. They have all the great artists on, all the great writers, all the industry professionals. Like we all know, like for old, older golden age stuff, it's always Alan's show is kind of the that's where Alan and Steven are going over that stuff. But for newer stuff, Beyond Wednesdays, they're beyond everybody else, and they're doing a show tonight. So everybody, make sure you go check those guys out. You will like it, I promise.
And yes, Jason, you can send in recommendations if we're able to pull the people that you recommend.
Absolutely. We have talked about. I think Jason and I talked about possibly Phantom Restoration coming on.
Okay, that'd be cool.
I don't know if Jason knows him. It'd be kind of cool to have him on. One of the great comic book reviewers and conservators. I think I'm saying that right.
But as far as I go, I have 2 videos in the works. So when I get those done, those will be posted in the next week or so. whenever I get a chance to do the editing part of it. Other than that, yeah, that's about it for me. So, but with that, I want to say thanks again to everybody. Thanks to our guest, YeeZeeYee. Thanks to everybody in the chats and everybody on the panel. So have a good week. Week it's coming up. It's back to back to normal, I guess you would say, since the holidays are over with and already a new year, and just crazy to think about that it's like starting all over again, man. It's like, man, all righty.
26.
Yeah, made it another year, you know. So
yep.
But all right, well, get off here and we'll say see you guys.
It's a live show. Oh, it's a live show. Oh no, just wait, cause it's not just a live show, it's the live show. Yo, it's a live